Today I'm going to show you a recap of all that's occurred so far and what we have planned for this room. I think you're going to like what you see, so stay tuned.
My name's Deric. This is my wife Jenya. We bought a fixer-upper. We're remodeling this house one day at a time, all while living in it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to get all the latest videos to track our progress. You'll find lots of how-to videos with step-by-step instructions to help you with your next do-it-yourself project. Welcome to the Rundown Reborn channel.
So far, with a little help from my boys, we've completed demolition on the walls, torn all the plaster and lath down, and cleaned up the space. During that time, I found some problems with the floor. There was a lot of rot and damage underneath, and I was able to reinforce the structure with some sister joists. After that, I was able to take out an old window and frame in for a couple of new windows. Once the new windows arrived, I was able to install those, get them all flashed up and sealed up for winter. Electrical was distributed throughout the room and then ultimately connected up to the panel. The insulation is up and the thermal barrier is in place. And I've used a series of sleepers to level out the floor. I brought home some new material, some drywall and some floor decking, as well as some insulation which I'll use for a sound barrier between the living room and the bedroom. The ceiling's been cleaned up and it's now ready for some extra furring and a new ceiling. There's still a lot to do, but we've got a great plan for what we want to accomplish. Let's take a look.
There's quite a few things left to do in this room to get it pulled together and finished up. One of the first things I need to do is get a floor deck down onto the sleepers that I put in previously. After that, I need to start work on the ceiling. This is a really unique ceiling, and the intent is to create an architectural ceiling that's interesting and cost-effective. We'll start with the existing furring strips in place. I'll be using 1x3 furring strips, and we'll frame a perimeter of about 24 to 36 inches to create a rectangular area in the middle. The perimeter of that area will be standard drywall. The wallboard will be slightly lower due to the additional furring that we're putting in place. This area in the middle will then be overlaid with an acoustic surface. It's an acoustical tile but in plank form, and it has a wood grain pressed into the surface. It's a really nice look and easy to work with. Since it is a living room and you're going to be watching TV and do other things, it'll be good to have that acoustical treatment to help dampen some of the vibration and sound. And then where those two materials come together, we'll have a nice, interesting trim detail to really give it that architectural boost. All this is relatively inexpensive. Total, we're adding maybe $300 to $500 worth of additional cost and material, but I think we'll get a lot of return on that investment. Once the ceilings are in place, we've got a really nice 5-blade brushed nickel fan that'll be anchored into the ceiling over a decorative rosette that'll really add a nice classic look. Once the ceiling's finished, I'll be able to drywall all of the walls and begin trim work on the windows. Ultimately, down the road, we'll be able to put in a nice laminate or carpet floor. We haven't quite decided yet. And then baseboard will be installed around the perimeter of that floor. We're debating whether to go ahead and add crown molding around the perimeter of the ceiling. I think it'll be a nice architectural touch. It just depends on the cost. Once the windows are all trimmed out, we'll be able to add some nice decorative shades and some window treatments. A couple coats of paint, and it's going to be a great looking room. So that's the plan. I hope you keep following our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and keep up to date on all the progress we're making. Thanks for watching.